Never fight with Russian. On your every stratagem they answer unpredictable stupidity. Do not expect that once taking advantage of Russia's weakness, you will receive dividends forever. Russian has always come for their money. And when they come, do not rely on an agreement signed by you. You are supposed to justify. They are not worth the paper it is written. Therefore, with the Russian is to play fair, or do not play. The secret of politics. Make a good treaty with Russia. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. People never lie so much as after a hunt, during a war or before an election. The division of the United States into federations of equal force was decided long before the Civil War by the high financial powers of Europe. These bankers were afraid that the United States, if they remained in one bloc and as one nation, would attain economic and financial independence, which would upset their financial domination over the world. The voice of the Rothschilds prevailed. Therefore they sent their emissaries into the field to exploit the question of slavery and to open an abyss between the two sections of the Union. Only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. The Americans are a very lucky people. They're bordered to the north and south by weak neighbors, and to the east and west by fish. Never believe anything in politics until it has been officially denied. The death of Lincoln was a disaster for Christendom. There was no man in the United States great enough to wear his boots, and the bankers went anew to grab the riches. I fear that foreign bankers with their craftiness and tortuous tricks will entirely control the exuberant riches of America and use it to systematically corrupt civilization. The great questions of the day will not be settled by means of speeches and majority decisions but by iron and blood. God has a special providence for fools, drunks, and the United States of America. One day the great European war will come out of some damned foolish thing in the Balkans, 1888. Even the most favorable outcome of the war will never lead to the decomposition of the main forces of Russia, which is based on millions of Russian. The latter, even if they break up international treaties, just as quickly reconnect with each other, like pieces of a particle of mercury. We live in a wondrous time in which the strong is weak because of his moral scruples and the weak grows strong because of his audacity. A generation that has taken a beating is always followed by a generation that deals one. A really great man is known by 3 signs: generosity in the design, humanity in the execution, moderation in success. When you want to fool the world, tell the truth. You can't destroy the Polish national consciousness or Poles on the battlefield, but if you give them power, they will destroy themselves. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. People who love sausage and people who believe in justice should never watch either of them being made. Preventive war is like committing suicide out of fear of death. A conquering army on the border will not be stopped by eloquence. Be polite. Write diplomatically. Even in a declaration of war, one observes the rules of politeness. A bad plan that is well executed will yield much better results than a good plan that is poorly executed.